By the seventh day God finished the work of making, and on the seventh day God ceased from all the work God had done. God blessed the seventh day and set it apart, because on it God ceased from all the work of making. This is the account of the skies and the land when they were made. On the day YHWH God made land and sky, no shrub of the field had yet come up on the land, and no plant of the field had yet sprouted, because YHWH God had not caused rain to fall on the land, and there was no human to work the soil. And a flow was rising from the land and watering the whole surface of the soil. YHWH God formed the human from dust of the soil, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the human became a living creature. YHWH God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there he placed the human he had formed. YHWH God made every kind of tree grow from the soil, pleasant to look at and good for food, and the tree of life in the middle of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and bad. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden. From there it divided and became 4 headwaters. The name of the first is Pishon. It circles the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. The gold of that land is good, and bdellium and onyx stone are there. The name of the second river is Gihon. It circles the whole land of Cush. The name of the third is Tigris. It flows east of Ashur, and the fourth is the Euphrates. YHWH God took the human and settled him in the Garden of Eden to serve it and to keep it. YHWH God commanded the human, "From every tree of the garden you may eat freely, but from the tree of the knowledge of good and bad you must not eat, for on the day you eat from it you will certainly die." YHWH God said, "It is not good for the human to be alone. I will make for him a helper corresponding to him." YHWH God formed from the soil every wild animal and every bird of the sky, and he brought them to the human to see what he would call them, and whatever the human called each living creature, that became its name. The human gave names to all the herd animals, the birds of the sky, and every wild animal, but for the human no helper corresponding to him was found. So YHWH God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the human, and he slept. He took one of his sides and closed up the flesh in its place. YHWH God built the side he had taken from the human into a woman, and brought her to the human. And the human said, "This one at last, bone from my bones and flesh from my flesh, she shall be called woman, because from man she was taken." Therefore a man leaves his father and his mother and clings to his wife, and they become one flesh. Both of them were naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.